Welcome to Ixion. The music in this game is so good. So good. Let's give it a gosh. We had a previous playthrough on this game, but we didn't get through it all. This time we're going to complete the game. Then we've got a cutscene. Yeah, subscribe.
Launch control, we have Tycoon clearance for shuttle launch. Initiate Stanford protocol.
Clear procedures, check. Guidance go.
Okay, algorithm online.
Batista safety protocol, check.
Launch control to EMB Charon. All systems are go.
Launch is imminent. Personnel are instructed to evacuate the launch pad.
Such a cool intro.
PPS Tycoon to EMV share. You have clearance for final approach. EMV share. You have been assigned to Tycoon Bay.
Is that not cool?
Welcome on board, passengers.
Isn't that the coolest? That's the introduction for you joining the game. That shuttle right there is actually you assuming your position as administrator.
Shuttle EMV Sharon is now docked.
All right, hold on. I still think it's a little loud.
Sector 1 empowered and pressurized. Munchie decontamination protocol online. Disembarkation authorized. Message to crew members. Welcome on board the Tycoon, property of Dolus Aerospace Engineering Corporation. You will soon be given your assignments, but until then, please continue to wait near the docking bay. We hope you have a productive voyage, and would like to thank you for your contribution towards humanity's future. Administrator, I am Eden, the personal assistant installed on board the Tycoon. In
All right.
accordance with the Munchie Protocol, I have been designed to take into consideration your complete psychological profile so that I may more accurately respond to any needs you may have. My primary purpose is to ensure the Tycoon's automated systems function efficiently. I will keep track of the tasks that are necessary for you to fulfill your prerogative of reaching Proxima Centuri and carrying out field research, mining operations, manufacturing protocols, and Dolos colonization tests.
Okay. Oh, this guy.
Administrator, I wanted to introduce you to your first tasks person. I'm Dolos' cryonics lead, Marduk council member Giovanni Battista. So, let's see. Your first objective will be to begin setting up essential infrastructure aboard the Tycoon, meeting the environmental conditions that are required to support your crew. Having laid these foundations, you will then oversee the installation of the Vol engine and perform a short test jump to Proxima Centauri. Upon arrival, your research teams will carry out a brief survey of local space, gather a few rock and coal dust samples, fire up the colonization protocol, begin building the foundations for mankind's future, yada yada yada. And then you'll come back. Now, in order to achieve this, you'll need to familiarize yourself with the Tycoon's core functions. It's no big deal. There's the production, stockpiling and distribution of resources, instruction, balancing of power output with allocation. Oh, and space exploration, you know, setting out expeditions and all that. Basically, everything needed to establish scientific advancement and harmonious autonomy on board the Tycoon following the first test of its Vol engine. Eden's gonna display and keep track of your main objectives. Oh, and Administrator, don't let the position go to your head. Veneer has insisted to center Dolos' focus on the Tycoon. But this mission is just in preparation for our next project, the Protagoras. The Marduk Council worked damn hard to pull this mission together ahead of schedule. So, toe the line, do as you're told, and bring the Tycoon back in one piece. Leave the grand gestures and saving of mankind from ecosystemic destruction to us, okay? One last word of advice. We don't all think like Veneer Dolos. As of yet, no human law has been officially established amongst the stars. That sounds like an opportunity knocking.
Okay. So I just wanted to let the intro people talk their way through everything before we sped up the game, but we built a workshop which basically allows us to build roads and deconstruct these resource piles and build other buildings. Built a couple of houses. Each of these houses currently crew quarters, house 15 people, and then we put in a nice little infirmary because accidents happen. Yep, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
Administrator, I have established a connection with Dolos' lead data scientist, Emma Klein.
Crank up the speed.
Administrator, Mr. Dolos has made it abundantly clear when it comes to security. Given the importance of the Tycoon, we must have full control over what is happening inside the station. My name is Emma Klein, Dolos' lead data scientist and member of the Marduk Council. My department have just completed final synchronization between Eden and our data treatment tool, the DLS. The DLS, or Data Listening System, is capable of scanning, recording, and parsing exchanges of any kind. The DLS programming that is a part of Eden will filter all data collected and bring to your attention only the most relevant information. It will also provide you with a condensed overview of any situations that may arise and formulate potential future outcomes. It will permit you to give direct orders without having to go through additional unnecessary paperwork. Eden will then take care of everything via their DLS accreditation. As is often the case with tools produced by my department, I think you'll find that once you start using the DLS, you'll never be able to do without it. Oh, and before I let you go ahead and start writing history, Dr. Munchie, our lead medical expert, wanted me to bring to your attention a possible side effect of vol jumping. Whilst there is a correlation between prolonged space travel and the development of early onset dementia, he believes that a vol jump has the potential to accelerate this process, although this is yet to be proven. His recommendation is for you to immediately send any crew members that are exhibiting uncharacteristic or symptomatic behavior to an infirmary. as these facilities are equipped to treat the mind as well as the body. Remember that all of your actions and choices are being recorded by Eden. We are not affiliated with any national or even international organization. The only people that you are answerable to are those of us who sit on the Marduk Council, who represent the collective interests and ambitions of the company.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
They want a mess hall, they get a mess hall. I could. So I've got a few things that I need to build. I've got workshops in place. That's how we're building all these other buildings. Each one of these stockpiles can only hold one type of thing at 100 items per type. So 100 iron or alloys, 100 food, or 100 polymers. Space, we've got a docking bay. That's this right here. We could build some ships. And we could do that. It's nice that we go over these types of things. We need to get this tech lab down, though. That's what I'm really looking at right now. Trying to find a good spot for it. I kind of want to put it up here. Because if I look at... this space dock obviously needs to be on the outer wall. I can't tell if I can fit two of these in here, though. I mean, if I could put two space docks in, I would definitely do it. The bulkhead is connected here, so that's why I put these here, because you can't put the space dock there. So I think I'm going to put, all that to say, I think I'm going to put the tech lab in... in here. It's a big building. You can only have one.
Administrator, I have an incoming transmission from Marduk Council member Henry Bargeville.
Bonjour, Administrator. What a wonderful day to embrace our fate, don't you think? I'm Henri Bargeville, writer, philosopher, lobbyist, but most of all member of the Marduk Council. I have taken the liberty of personally arranging an exchange out of courtesy with the Oceanabi, a ship in high orbit belonging to one of our commercial allies, the Ashtongites. Even though they are a small organization, the Ashtongites are important partners who share the same pragmatic, moralistic, and spiritual outlook as we do. The Oceanabi will provide us with a source of food while carrying out the Tycoon's initial testing. By making it the first exclusive trade partner of the Tycoon, we will demonstrate to our long-term allies that Dolos wishes for them to share in our successes. Please assign a cargo ship so that we can check the trade routines. Administrator, trust in genetic connectors. Self-similar space with Raven's pattern.
Okay, self-similar space is how I take that is basically hyperspace, folding space, right? So it's self-similar. We got 3 views. We're on the Tycoon interior view. We've got the exterior view where we're going to build various things like... maybe I want to squeeze in a... kind of while I'm here. Oh, I'm actually not allowed to build anything quite yet. And then we've got the, what are they calling it? Planetary system map. Science ship. Let's send that to the moon. And this guy was talking about trading. He's got this ship right here. And he's basically trading, quote unquote, giving us food. We built some ships. So we've got this ship. It's a cargo ship. We can prioritize the various resources that we can use to bring back. Right now, we'll just turn on good old-fashioned food.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
So this guy has traded. He's coming back, getting some maintenance, dropping off that food. That food gets moved into this stockpile. Then the ship goes back out. And then we're going to go over here to this science ship and see what this mission is. The base is out of commission. Auxiliary systems are operational and could be used to restore power. Transmission from the Oppenheimer's team. We have reached the UN base. It is abandoned and depressurized. The surveillance system is still operational, awaiting orders. Let's exploit the security vulnerability. Starting off, this tech lab does one science every 30 cycles. It's borderline ridiculous. We need to upgrade this to
A science ship team has completed a task.
assistant promotion. Increase the production rate of science to 3 every 5. So you go from 1 every 30 to 3 every 5. Massive increase. 3 times as much, 1/6 the time. That's going to cost us 30, but we can't unlock it until technology 2 is required to unlock this. I think that means we have to, at the very least, we have to research all of this. I kind of want to get the food going, but probe launcher probably makes more sense. And then we'll get insect farms after that, because she will eat the bugs. We've hacked into the main computer system as you ordered and retrieved several relevant research papers. The Oppenheimer team will dismantle the base and prepare useful resources for extraction. Yes, please.
Ship team has completed a task.
All right. 90. So 30 steel or alloys and 90 research. That's amazing. Let's in that, we'll let that team collect that science. Looks like I can squeeze 2 more bays in here. But we don't want it right now. Let's see. We can get rid of that road. We have limited power and limited people. So the way people work in this game is the workers are available in the sector, and the sector has a certain number of jobs. So like maintaining the stockpile costs 5 people, and 3 electricity. Now, you can have more jobs than people, but then they basically work multiple jobs, and then they do both jobs worse. Then accidents happen, they get unhappy. So it's better to keep it at optimal. Just checking in, make sure, see how we are on the science.
Administrator, I have an incoming transmission from Dolus's head of medicine, Dr. Abhinav Munshi.
Greetings, Administrator. I'm Dr. Abhinav Munshi, Dolo's expert in compartmentalism and medicine, and a member of the Marduk Council. I'm glad to finally meet you, even in this digital manner. Your psychological test results were quite impressive. My friend and colleague, Philip Stanford, couldn't be here today, so I will take the role of introducing you to the final stages of the Vol engine integration. Before we get into that, however, we would like you to complete...
Hold on. Yeah, I was going to say, if I could move this over one, I could have a road here to that other sector, but I can't do that. So I'm going to just paint this road here as a reminder.
The testing station's exploration and enhance...
As a reminder that we need to have at least one of these open so we can get to this other sector when we're ready.
capabilities. You'll then be able to begin researching the EVA airlock and assess its compatibility with the Tycoon's core systems. I hope that the work of our team will ensure that you are equipped to deal with most situations you encounter up there. Before I leave you, Stanford would like me to remind you that space is a far less fanciful and forgiving environment than science fiction would have us believe. It would be wise to remember that.
These are the insect farms. They don't have to be like right next to each other or anything. So I could just put one here. Just to sort of get us started on making food. The UN has established a facility on Mars. Its crew are currently lacking the materials required to repair a critical fault in their oxygen supply. They have submitted an official request to Dolos for aid. We will help. We'll need to deliver 10 and 10. But we want data.
A science ship team has completed a task. Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Oh, hold on. Let's pause for a second. Research all technologies from the previous tier to unlock tier 1. This is tier 2 out here. And in order to unlock this, technology tier 2 is required. So this is 1. We got to do all this stuff before we can do that other one. Oh boy. Well, we need the airlock. Looking at our power, we're using 57 out of 60, so we're gonna build some additional.
Administrator, due to insufficient levels of electricity generation, Sector 1's power demand has overloaded. Stanford routines recommend that you construct an external solar panel to boost overall electrical output.
Yeah, let me do it. Oh, I don't have the EVA. Oh, man. We're gonna have to, We're gonna have to shut down a few more things. Request additional staff. Yes, please. Let's have our cargo ship also pick up people. Ooh, yeah, grab that. And then secondarily, grab all this other stuff. And ice lowest priority. Bringing over more people because we do need more people. We were really struggling with the number of people we had for jobs, but now we're back. I'm going to pause the tech lab for a minute here so we can keep our power. Want to minimize our blackouts. Oh, I built a docking bay. Not what I wanted to build. I look forward to when I can have a secondary docking bay, but right now we need the airlock for spacewalks. Luckily, that didn't cost us any resources, just a little bit of time. Or should I say, it didn't cost us any resources except for a little bit of time. Now we'll go outside and spend 10 polys We've got 2 sets of places to build them, but we've got to be kind of tight with our resources. We need the Vol engine. So we're going to spin that because we have access to enough alloy. And we actually need the space. So we're going to have them use that. And that'll allow us to clear out these last bits of...
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
That'll let us clear out some of these other locations. A signature trace from an EKP system has been detected near Saturn. EKP technology is exclusive property of Dolos, but records indicate that the company has not deployed any missions to this sector. The signature will soon enter the atmosphere of Saturn. Boom, boom, boom. Investigate. Well, that looks interesting. We're sending out a probe to this location, see what's going on out there. Our solar panels are in, so I'm going to kick this back on. And I'm going to kick our insect farm back on.
Administrator, because of your continued successful management of the Tycoon, Dolos have authorized the dispatch of new crew members and food supplies. Please ensure that they have suitable accommodation once you reach Proxima Centuri. Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Where is this new request? I don't see it. Oh, right here. Pledge there will be 3 insect farms in the Tycoon within 10 cycles. Sounds good. Don't tell anyone, but I was planning to do that anyway. So I'm always happy to take credit for it.
Administrator, more than 50% of the Tycoon's population are lacking quarters. Administrator, the different phases of preparation, calibration, and verification were successfully completed. You must now start the full bonding procedure. Dolos protocols now deem you competent to gather resources, knowledge, and test colonization routines once you reach Proxima Centauri. Before you do so, Vanir Dolos, Marduk Council founder and Dolos CEO, wants to talk to you.
Housing, but we need food. How many jobs do we... Oh, we got 99 jobs left. We can squeeze in all the food we want. I'm going to wait to talk to the CEO until some of the stuff is built. 210 housing capacity on 205 population. I'd really like to keep my promise. And we did.
Hello, Administrator. I'm glad to see that you have managed to complete your assignments in preparation for this unique moment in history. You must understand that this is not simply another chapter in humanity's story. The book of our life on Earth is over, and we stand now at its epilogue. It saddens me to think that there are many who have yet to comprehend the reality of our situation. We've endured endless cycles of war, crisis, and famine. Still, the worst is yet to come. There are others like Dolos who have prepared for this outcome, but most of our kind remain sheltered from the horror of the predicament we find ourselves in. This pale ghost of civilization will wither and die, and with it, the tenets and values of the past. As we prepare to leave this system for the first time, perhaps we must decide
Sorry, hold on. Let me extract this data.
which fragments we will pick up and take forward with us. Through Dolos, I am offering mankind an alternative means of survival. The Tycoon is a tablet upon which we will carve our new history. Do you recognize why I have done all of this? Having foreseen our fate, I became fixated on altering it. I set about fashioning the ropes and tying the knots that would bind together this magnificent ship. It is true that our time in this world is brief, but at least I can rest assured knowing that my legacy will endure for eons. Farewell, Administrator. For the few who stand in the light and the many who dwell in the dark, you carry the fate of us all.
No pressure. Waiting for those additional solar cells to come up. I think the mill is the first one we should get. But I guess I don't have to really worry about it until we actually have enough to get it. So let's just turn this back on. Why are you starving? Okay. I'm gonna tighten this, moving this road. Unauthorized access. Checking the asteroid belts first for any resources. Not seeing any pings.
science ship has arrived at its destination.
By proceeding beyond this point, you're breaking the terms of your contract with Dolos. Further actions can and will result in summary dismissal. Create a temporary easement. Contact the station Outer Hope. This is Marduk Council member. You are not allowed or authorized to interfere with the Outer Hope. Oh, I'm sorry, interface with the Outer Hope. The purpose of this facility is to allow Dolos to continue the development of the most highly classified projects. How about if I send you some resources? Oh, am I really one short? Our hull repair is perfect right now. They're being kind to us because it's the start of the game.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Thank you, Administrator. Now leave. I'll ensure that Dolos issues a public statement that rationalizes our contact here on the edge of the solar system. I'll placate Vanar for now, but you'll need to explain your actions in due course. So we traded alloys for polys and 2 electronics. Not bad, actually. It's a pretty sweet trade. Just had to double check. There's basically nothing for us to mine or anything at this point. Are we technically all set here? We still have a ton of available people. Let's see if we have... We're short on science. I mean, if we just walked away from the game for like 2 days, we could probably do more research, but that's not the game we want to play. I could slide in one of these. That would leave us with 24. Let's put this in while it's easy. Because while you're putting those solar panels in, you lose the ability to complete hull repairs, but our hull's perfect right now, so that's ideal. We need 20 alloys. The house costs 15 and we have 9. So I could peel back one of these houses in favor of some additional food. Right now we're making exactly the same amount of food as we're eating. Bring back our science ship, bring them home. I guess technically, if I really wanted to try to maximize space, I could consider something that doesn't include this road. Doesn't have to be there. I think I'm gonna wait 5 or 6 more cycles and then we're gonna call it. We're gonna get a little bit of food in the bank. I can definitely see why people just let the game run for like 3 days, which is what you'd have to do in order to make this science worthwhile. One science every 30 cycles. In this last 50 minutes, we've done 100 cycles. We could make another ship. Mining is the only one we don't have. We should probably have one of each to start. Okay, I think that's about it. Let's, what do you want? Mine everything. Something like this, I think. The more filled in, the more the priority. I think we're about done. Let's average balance over 5 cycles. Sector. We're making 5 per 5 cycles. We're eating 4 per 5 cycles. Move the Tycoon to moon orbit. Oh, no, wait, 3 more days or cycles. This is the most calm we're going to have for the entire game, so I'm trying to enjoy it. A lot of people hanging out in this area. It's interesting that they chose the view where the Tycoon name would be upside down. Oh, it's right side up on this side. Ah, okay. All right. All right. All right. Let's get this going here. All power from the main grid will be diverted to the engine during the 0.5 cycle charge preceding ignition. Sectors will be powered by batteries during this time. Do I have access to batteries? I don't think I have access to batteries. That's just a tease. Batteries cost 45. I've got 32 science.
In accordance with Klaus-Stanford procedures, all ships must return to the Tycoon before Volt Jump initiation.
I've auto returned. Here we go. So cool.
The Earth, our home, she is unique. Held in its bosom are the ingredients of evolution. Beyond raw survival, beyond the safety of comfort, we, humanity, pursue something greater. We have learnt, persevered, shaped our knowledge from that which is found in the furthest realms of science. However, humanity has brought destruction to the Earth, polluted its blood, choked its breath. Today we are paying the price for this. We know the taste of a dying world. But the Earth is not to be our grave. A mother does not wish to see her children disappear with her. She wishes to see instead courage in her children, to carry on. Dolos carries this courage. We have gone further than any nation, moved faster than any corporation, hand in hand with those who, like us, carry that courage. The Tycoon Station is both an epilogue of these endeavors and a prologue to humanity's next steps. Our Council of Scientists leads the vanguard. They know, as do we all, that the survival of humanity now depends on what we glimpse out there in the dark. That we are masters of our own destiny. That we must go as a species bound together, pushing further into the unknown. We set sail on this new sea because there is hope to be found, horizons to explore, and because our very existence depends on it. I give you the stars. I give you the full engine.
Uh-oh.
Full jump complete. Running preliminary diagnostics. Several anomalies detected. Multiple digital security breaches found within full jump routines. Full engine critically damaged. Hull integrity compromised. Analysis confirms discrepancies between the mission clock and the apparent advanced state of the solar system. We are receiving no communication signals from Earth. Likelihood of ongoing survival stands at approximately 7.67%.
So you're saying there's a
Activating
chance.
Marduk survival protocols. New mission objective established. Ensure humanity's survival by finding a habitable exoplanet. Urgent issues requiring immediate attention. Increase food production output. Restore hull integrity.
And now the game.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Now the game begins. So all of that was basically the tutorial. Our hull integrity from the failed jump knocked a huge hole in our... even worse than I thought. We had 1,000 max. Now we have 900 max. So it appears every time we jump, our max integrity goes down. So it's starting to come back to me now. Our trust, people are happy, so we're going to regain that trust. But if people stay unhappy for too long, they'll mutiny. We've got multiple requests from our crew. Obviously, if we take a look at the world, Earth is a brown radioactive husk. No other planets are currently shown. All we have is what we have. 200 people, 5 insect farms, and a tech lab that barely works. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time.